Welcome, adventurers! Today we trace the legendary Silk Road, a route that once connected empires and shaped history. Our mission, to seek out forgotten towns and ghost cities that were once the heart of this network. This journey is about survival against time, uncovering stories buried for centuries, and feeling the spirit of these lost places. We'll push into desolate landscapes, searching for hidden gems left behind. There's a powerful nostalgia here, a connection to the rise and fall of civilizations. Tighten your boots, check your gear, and let's step into the past. The Silk Road awaits. Our first stop is Merv, in Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert. Once called Queen of the World, Merv was among the largest, most magnificent cities on Earth. Its libraries were legendary, its walls strong, a beacon of civilization in the wilderness. But the Mongol siege in the 13th century erased it from history. Now, only silence and wind remain, whispering through the ruins. Here you walk on layers of Greek, Persian, Arab, and Turkic history. Even the greatest empires can be swallowed by the sands of time. Samarkand, a name that sounds like legend. The Registan Square is breathtaking, but we're searching for the city's hidden spirit. In forgotten corners and ancient neighborhoods, true stories linger. Winding lanes and hidden courtyards reveal generations of life. We explore Afrasiab, the original Samarkand, now a vast, empty hill. Beneath our feet lies a city of kings and conquerors, their legacy buried. It takes imagination to connect with the souls who lived here. We've reached China's Turpan Depression, one of the hottest, lowest places on Earth. The flaming mountains bake under relentless sun, yet people built an oasis here. The secret, Kara's irrigation, hand-dug underground channels, a marvel of survival. This oasis gave rise to cities like Zhaohe and Gaochang. Their earth-made cities are slowly reclaimed by desert, but walking Zhaohe's silent streets is haunting. It feels as if the inhabitants vanished only yesterday. Life flourished here, always on the edge of survival. On the edge of the Gobi Desert lies Dunhuang, a Silk Road treasure. Its legacy, the Mogao Caves, a sanctuary, art gallery, and library carved from stone. Inside, murals and statues tell Buddhist stories over 1,000 years old. The library cave, sealed for centuries, held priceless manuscripts. It's a time capsule of the Silk Road. Here you feel the weight of knowledge and the souls seeking enlightenment in the desert. We've arrived in Khiva, Uzbekistan. The Ichin Kala is a fortress of mud brick walls, mosques, and minarets, perfectly preserved through centuries. At dawn and dusk, silence falls, and echoes of the past linger in the air. Once a slave market, Khiva's winding streets hold stories in every shadow. The unfinished Kalta Minor minaret stands as a monument to lost ambition. Khiva is a ghost town still alive, its secrets guarded by ancient walls. Here, history feels close enough to touch. Bukhara, the noble, once a center of learning, poetry, and commerce. Its markets were legendary, alive with trade and culture. Now we wander quiet alleys and fading madrasas. Silence lingers where scholars once gathered. The Kalyan minaret stands as a silent witness. Bukhara is a city of powerful ghosts. Its vibrant past is slowly fading away. Kashgar, ultimate crossroads of the Silk Road. Cultures collided here: Chinese, Turkic, Persian, Indian. The Sunday market was a melting pot of stories and fortunes. Now the old city's mud brick alleys and workshops are vanishing. We walk these ancient alleyways, capturing faded glory's last vestiges. A coppersmith hammers, a baker pulls bread, embers of a great fire. Even the most vital crossroads can become a quiet backroad. In northern Afghanistan, we stand on the ancient ground of Balkh, the mother of cities. Once a spiritual powerhouse, its history is immense. Today, almost nothing remains. Genghis Khan's destruction was absolute. Only ghostly outlines and crumbling shrines survive. The silence is profound. Here, greatness is remembered not in stone but in the soil. Balkh's legacy lives in stories and earth. Tashkent, Uzbekistan's capital, feels modern, but its past isn't lost. To find old Tashkent, dive into the hidden mahallas. Mud brick houses and quiet courtyards reveal a different world. The Chorsu Bazaar, under its turquoise dome, is still a center of commerce. Here, the Silk Road spirit survives. In modern cities, history is never fully erased. Sometimes it's just hidden, waiting to be found. Deep in the Taklamakan Desert lies Khotan, once famed for jade and silk. For millennia, nephrite jade and sericulture brought immense wealth. The ancient kingdom is gone, swallowed by sand. Archaeologists uncover ruins, but the desert guards its secrets. Along the White Jade River, locals still search for precious stones, a faint echo of Khotan's lost glory. In the ruins of Otrar, Kazakhstan, tragedy lingers. Once a thriving oasis, famed for its scholars and grand library. A fatal mistake, executing Mongol emissaries, brought swift, total destruction. The Mongols annihilated the city, its people, and its library. Now only the excavated skeletons of Otrar remain. Otrar stands as a haunting testament to loss. One act of arrogance led to utter devastation. Near Samarkand lies Shahrazab's, Timur's birthplace. Once meant as his empire's crown jewel, it boasted colossal palaces. The Aksaray Palace's gateway pylons are all that remain, breathtaking yet ghostly. The rest is lost to time and earthquakes. The city is now quiet, living in Timur's shadow. Even the grandest plans are reduced to fragments. Power fades, but memory endures. We search for the Sogdians, the Silk Road's master traders. Their kingdom, Sogdiana, was a network of city-states like Samarkand and Bukhara. Their language was the Silk Road's lingua franca, their influence immense. Now, their towns are ruins, their culture absorbed and vanished. In Panjakent, frescoes still tell stories of their lives and myths. The Sogdians were the Silk Road's glue. Now, only ghosts remain. On Turkey's border with Armenia lies Ani, the city of 1,001 churches. Once a rival to Constantinople, now utterly deserted. Its skeletal churches and palaces are masterpieces exposed to the elements. Earthquakes, invasions, and shifting trade routes sealed Ani's fate. Walking these ruins is profoundly moving. Ani is the ghost of a kingdom, silent against the sky. In Xinjiang, China, Hami's oasis was a lifeline for Silk Road travelers. Famous for sweet melons, it relied on water from the Tian Shan Mountains. As trade faded, Hami's importance declined. Today we explore its old mud brick quarters and ancient tombs. Hami shows us, water, food, and shelter were the Silk Road's lifeblood. Without them, the network would have collapsed. In Iran we reach Susa, once a capital of the Achaemenid Empire. Before the Silk Road, Susa was a superpower's heart. Empires fell and Susa was abandoned after invasions and time. Now it's a vast site, layers of Elamite, Persian, and Greek history. Susa feels like a forgotten cradle of civilization. Its silence speaks of millennia of power and loss. Near Tehran, we explore Ray, once a beacon of knowledge in the Islamic Golden Age. Its libraries and universities were legendary, trading in ideas as well as goods. The Mongols destroyed Ray so thoroughly it was never rebuilt. Today, only a few monuments remain. Ray is now a ghost of intellect, its knowledge silenced. A library of stories reduced to silence. In Herat, Afghanistan, the Pearl of Khorasan once flourished with art and poetry. The Musalla complex's minarets were wonders of the Islamic world. War and neglect have left only a few standing, their beauty faded. The restored citadel stands in a city scarred by conflict. Herat's breathtaking past makes its present all the more poignant. Herat fights to keep its beauty from fading into memory. In Tabriz, Iran, the Blue Mosque was once called the turquoise of Islam. An earthquake left only fragments of its legendary blue tiles. Now its silent halls echo with loss. The bazaar bustles, but the mosque stands quiet. Beauty shattered in an instant lingers in the silence. We return to Balkh, Afghanistan, to reflect on its immense loss. The first visit is a shock. The second, a meditation on what once was. Ancient ramparts and streets rise subtly from the earth. Zoroaster taught here, Rumi was born here, and Buddhist learning flourished. That spiritual energy lingers in the soil. Balkh teaches, greatness isn't always preserved in stone. Sometimes the earth itself holds the memory. South of Baghdad stands the Arch of Ctesiphon. Once the heart of Parthian and Sasanian empires, now only the arch remains. It's the world's largest single-span brick vault, a marvel of engineering. Around it, only empty fields. a gateway to nowhere, a throne room open to the sky. Even the greatest power becomes a single, magnificent echo. In the Syrian desert, Palmyra, the bride of the desert, grew rich by taxing caravans. Its streets and temples blend Greco-Roman and Persian styles. Though scarred by recent destruction, Palmyra endures. Walking its colonnade is to follow in the steps of merchants and warriors. The columns still reach for the sky, a forest of stone in the emptiness. Palmyra's spirit is a testament to history's resilience. We return to Merv's vast, silent ruins. The scale of life that once thrived here is overwhelming. Urk Kala, Gyar Kala, Sultan Kala, each layer tells a story. Walking from one to another is like traveling through 2,000 years in an afternoon. Merv was not one city, but many, layered atop each other. Its final silence marked the end of a world. Here, human achievement thrived against all odds for millennia. In Taraz, Kazakhstan, the Silk Road's legacy is unmistakable. Known by many names, it was a center of exchange and the site of the pivotal Battle of Talas. Here, papermaking spread from China, transforming communication across continents. Today, we visit ancient mausoleums like Aisha Bibi. These quiet structures remind us that world-changing events can happen in forgotten places. Taraz's story is woven into global history. In Sogdiana, we search for the people behind these ruins. Artifacts, silverware, textiles, carvings reveal Sogdian merchants' lives. Pragmatic, adaptable, masters of networking. They built no empire, but their influence was immense. Their legacy is global connection, not ruined palaces. The Silk Road was their startup, and they were its venture capitalists. In the Turpan Depression, the Kerez water system is a marvel. Underground, it's cool and damp, a feat of survival engineering. These hand-dug channels made Oasis life possible. Without them, no Silk Road cities could survive here. The Kerez is Turpan's forgotten wonder, a lesson in resilience still flowing after centuries. Our final stop, Khiva's ancient walls. The city's shell remains, a time capsule of the Silk Road. As the sun sets, you can almost hear the last caravan. Khiva stands while others crumbled. It's silent, beautiful, and a little menacing. On its walls, you feel the isolation and bravery of those who cross the desert. Khiva is a fortress of memory, the last stop on our journey. Our expedition ends, but the journey never truly does. Thank you for exploring these forgotten corners of the world with me. In these silent cities, you feel a deep connection to those who lived and dreamed here. These stories deserve to be remembered. If you believe in connecting with our past, consider subscribing. Your support keeps these adventures alive. Until next time, keep exploring and cherish the past. Stay safe and stay wild.